The story for Batman Arkham Origins follows the Dark Knight himself, early in his fugitive fighting career, trying to stop criminal mastermind Black Mask from releasing other criminals from Blackgate Penitentiary. Sadly, Batman fails and Black Mask gets away and puts a $50 million bounty on Batman's head. Batman now needs to find Black Mask, ask him politely why he put a bounty on his head, and of course, fend off any dangerous assassins in the world that are trying to claim that bounty. The story, while not written by Paul Dini, is well paced, has plenty of memorable and entertaining moments, and does a decent job at giving us an origin story that isn't like every other Batman origin story. It shows him early in his career, and angrier than he has ever been. It's a good portrayal of the Dark Knight that had me glued to the screen until the end. Is the story groundbreaking? No, but it's entertaining nonetheless. So there you go. There's the story for Batman Arkham Origins. Now the sound. While Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill don't play Batman and Joker respectively, the replacements do a damn good job. Roger Craig Smith, who many people might know as Ezio from the Assassin's Creed games, as Batman is a great match for a younger but still rough and gruff Batman. Troy Baker, who everybody would know from every single game known to man, is the Joker, and he does the same for a younger Joker, but he adds a bit of his own personality to it. I was so surprised to hear how good he sounded as the Joker, but hell, this is Troy Baker we were talking about. He does pretty good every time. Everyone else in the cast did a great job as well. The sound design and soundtrack in the game do what they are needed. The action has plenty of bone-crunching sounds, and the soundtrack is dark and moody. So there you go, there's the sound. It's great. Now let's talk about the graphics. Arkham Origins looks like an Arkham game, that's for sure. The muscular, almost Gears of War look to the character models, the dark and gloomy look to the city, and the animations all look like they were plucked right out of either Asylum or City. Still, this is a damn good looking game with fantastic animations, fast and fluid gameplay, great looking environments that make you feel like you're in Batman's world, and character models that do look a bit too muscular but are still well modeled and well detailed. It looks like Batman, except now this time there's a lot of snow everywhere. That's about it. Hey, it's Christmas time, so hey, perfect time for me to review this, right? You can kind of say this is my Christmas special. So yeah, anyway, there you go. Overall, it's a damn good looking game. Now the gameplay. It's an Arkham game to its core. You have the free flow combat, the stealth sections, the many gadgets Batman uses, and the wide variety of villains from the Batman universe. The combat, besides using a couple of new gadgets you get, is pretty much the same as the past games. While it doesn't feel too different from the other games, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The combat still has a very satisfying feeling that no other game can top. Taking out a group of enemies by jumping back and forth between guys rapidly feels great, especially since it sounds really gratifying when you hit someone. My hat is off to everybody that did the foley for this game because oh boy, all those bone crunching sounds really added to the gameplay. The Predator stealth sections are back in full force and provide plenty of opportunities to feel like Batman, stalking your prey, messing with them so they burst into fear, and then take them out when they're freaking out and just firing their gun randomly. It's a great feeling, and it's all still here and there isn't much different. Even Arkham City's gliding through the city is back, except this time you get to fly through Gotham City, which that's actually exciting. Thing is that I didn't really see much of a difference between Arkham City and Gotham City. They didn't really change it up too much, but hey, it's still nice to see a new city to explore, even though there's not much to explore. So even though most of this stuff is the same, you do get quite a bit of content to complete throughout the game. The main missions will take you anywhere between 9 to 12 hours to complete, and the tons and tons of different side missions featuring many of the villains in the Batman universe will keep you entertained for hours. And that's good considering it will take you hours to finish all the side stuff. I would estimate around 28 to 30 hours worth of content here in the single player alone. But you also get an entire multiplayer section of the game. Now, seeing that I'm reviewing this a full 2 months after it came out, most of the people playing it have stopped, so it was hard to find too many players, but I endured. I found a couple of people playing. It's basically a third-person shooter, except sometimes you're allowed to be Batman or Robin. As one of Joker's or Bane's thugs, you get a variety of different weapons and gadgets. You can customize the look of your thug pretty thoroughly, actually, which surprised me. And you can start to unlock better guns and better gadgets and even better pieces of clothing throughout the game. The gunplay itself, and I do not mean to keep bringing this game up, but it's exactly like Gears of War. It plays like it. The cover system's exactly like it. The way you shoot your gun, it feels very much like Gears of War. And that's not really a bad thing, because the gunplay itself is actually pretty good, and it's kind of weird playing a Gears of War game where Batman could stalk you and kill you. Well, not kill you, but you know. Now, playing as either Batman or Robin controls exactly the same as the campaign, but you have a select number of gadgets, and it's a bit harder seeing that the enemies are real-life human players. When playing as Batman, it wasn't that much fun, because I would get killed too quickly. Now, playing as the Thug was actually quite a bit of fun, especially when you had someone that was good at playing Batman, and you were on the edge of your seat like, oh man, where is he? Oh, and then he got you. It was actually a good feeling that I didn't get from playing playing as Batman. So overall, I think Batman Arkham Origins is a solid outing in the Arkham series. Sure, it feels too similar to the other games, but more of a great thing isn't bad at all. It's fun, has tons of content, has a great story, and an entertaining multiplayer mode. I recommend Batman Arkham Origins to anybody that loves the Batman Arkham games. It's fun, it's not great, but it's fun. Thank you and goodbye.